going for a bend behind the nut.
Just the knee.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Andertons TV. I'm the Captain.
And I'm Danish Pete, and this is an episode of Bend Behind the Nut.
Bend behind the nut. Yes, if you like the sound of that, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will never miss one of Pete's nut bends. Today, we have all the way from beautiful Canada, some pedals from Montreal. Is that the French side or the English-speaking side?
I don't know. I typed in the coordinates, and it was just right in the middle of Montreal.
Is it? Okay, right. SolidGoldFX. They've been around since 2006, but they only really came up on our radar recently because I believe one of our favourite players on Instagram or something was playing them. But yes, we've stocked some and we like them, and we're going to tell you about them. So in no particular order here, we've got a couple of pedals that we've chucked through the effects loop of the amplifier over here. One is a sort of a modulated delay, the other is a sort of a flange with some other features on it, and then we've got some I guess fuzzy, drivey kind of pedals.
Mostly fuzz pedals, right?
Mostly fuzz.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think there's a couple of overdrive pedals in the range.
Yes,
well.
This isn't the whole Solid Gold range. It's a big range, is it?
Yeah, it's a big range.
What a fish.
And they're very heavy because they're made out of solid gold.
Made out of solid gold, are they?
That's such a bad
no,
joke.
it's a bad joke. Let's cut that out. So the Electroman, I hear you ask, was that not a series on BBC 7 in the 1980s?
Really tight costume.
Yeah, super tight
Especially
costume.
around
where
this
he could
area.
Turn into electricity and jump down plug sockets and stuff. I don't know.
Hey,
but
that is a great superpower to have.
It is. So it's this is a delay pedal with some sort of modulated flutter. We think maybe. Well, did you think it was a play on words of the Electric Mistress? The Electroman?
Electro harmonics and Memory Man, perhaps.
Could be. Right. Oh, that one. So you think Electro Harmonics Memory Man, not
I think
Electroman.
Electroman.
Yeah, Electro Mistress is a flanger, isn't it? Anyway, right. Let me tell. Let's. So
I don't
that
know.
was Pete. Play a chord.
Oh, that's nice, isn't
Okay,
it?
so across the top here, we can control the volume level, the amount of repeats, the color, which is a sort of a high frequency filter, the flutter, which is that modulated effect, and the time goes up to 1 second. So down, shortest is a slap back. Here we have a slap backy kind of thing.
I like that.
And all the way up, it says we get a lengthy second. Anyway, then, now that's all relatively straightforward. Some of the things that get a bit interesting here, we've got some switches, and we've got an effects loop as well built into the pedal. So if there are other effects that you want to switch on every time you switch your Electroman on, you can do that using the TRS effects loop on the side here. Tails allows you to switch the tails on and off. So we have the tails currently on. If you give us a see. Or I can switch it off. Clever.
Why would you have that off?
I sometimes think to myself, if a song needs a hard stop, you don't want the tails of the delay, do
It's
you?
live music.
There's no such thing anemaore.
That's correct.
Anyway,
that's correct.
Speed dictates the way the flutter circuit works, and there's three different three different positions for that. Warp, there's this second button here which does puts the delays into like an infinite repeat thing. It's a momentary switch. I'll demonstrate that in a minute. Warp and mode are other switches that do other things. So Pete, I mean, do you want me to do something with this, or just hold the warp button?
Love that.
I do too. Let's turn the flutter right up and get that.
Flutter me right up, baby.
And
morning fingers.
we are running that through the effects loop of the little Victory DP40 over there. You don't have to do that. Yeah, it does sound massive. You can run into the front end if you want. It's entirely up to you.
Yes.
Let's move on to the Oblivion. Oblivion. Do you ever
That sounds
play
like a computer game. Computer game? I was going to say Oblivion.
Was it a bit like
No, it's a
Doom?
film with Tom Cruise. Oblivion, isn't it? Yeah, and the game.
It's what I drink myself into every Saturday night. Here we go. Now, interestingly, these are soft touch kind of switches, so you can't feel like a clunk. He's gone.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so it's called a quad flange. I'm guessing because 4 flanges are better than 1. What else does it do? Got any other sockets? We have an expression pedal on the back of it, which I guess can be used to assign different things to. Okay, so across the top here, we've got speed, range, ramp, regen, blend, and level. All relatively common knobs on a flanger, except perhaps ramp. Ramp is this cool thing, almost like a Leslie speaker, where you can hit it and the flange speeds up, and then you let go and it slows back down again, which is kind of cool.
Hit it.
So the wave does the different kinds of wave of the flanges. This next sort of quarter half one is to do with the tempo of the flange. It's got different modes of flanger as well, and the option to degrade yourself in public if you wish.
Into oblivion.
Here we go. Let's have a little listen.
Flickering.
Bucket tone.
It is the bucket tone.
It is the bucket.
So it sounds like an 8-bit. So. It's almost like a big crusher.
Turn that off. Yeah.
It's a really nice flanger though.
Yeah.
Can't stop playing that chord.
You got to stop. That's cool.
Oh, that's very cool.
That's cool.
That's super
Very
cool.
clever.
Do that again.
Okay. Let's have a look. This ramp control is presumably doing the how much does it speed up. Let's try it. Yeah, so if you don't want it to speed up very much, you have the ramp control low, and if you want it to speed up loads, you turn the ramp control up high, like this. Bosh, very nice, Peter. Thank you very much.
They sound great.
So they're the 2 sort of modulation effects.
Wow.
I like those a lot. I mean, I guess people will be looking at the Electroman going, yeah, it's not the first delay pedal that does that kind of stuff, but it sounds very nice. But the Oblivion is unusual. I don't know that I know of a flanger pedal that has like a speed up button. That sounds fat. Really like that.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, now we're into some fuzz pedals. The first one is named after a Led Zeppelin tune.
And my Monday morning.
Yes. Here we go. Here's a clean sound. It's actually, just to say, there's 2 fuzzes here, Fuzz A and Fuzz B. Sound like rappers, don't they?
Fuzz A and Fuzz B.
Anyway. And they both seem to have the same controls, and obviously you can stack them or have them separately or whatever you want to do. And Pete's doing it. That's not communication breakdown, is it?
No, I know. That was the other one I played.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I just went into it because it's
before
the same
comment
tone.
sections go on fire.
Yeah, I played it first.
I know you played.
I mean, that's the kind of tone, isn't it? They both got that kind of. I wonder he played on telly. He probably did.
Well, isn't that the saying that
He played much more on a telly than people thought he did.
Jimmy Page's Telecaster sold more Les Pauls than any other guitar in the world?
Yeah.
Everyone just assumes that because he played the Les Paul live quite a lot. But yeah, apparently most of the albums are Telecaster.
Hey, man.
I don't know that for a fact. That's just what Fender told me. Probably trying to sell more Telecasters. Let me just see. Are the two sides totally identical? Says.
Oh, that's nice and. The other one's more nasal. Definitely like a small bucket tone.
Okay, so the two sides are not identical. That's interesting, and I've got them set the same. So there you go, two different kind of fuzzy wuzzies. So we've got different kinds of fatnesses of fuzz on this input control thing here.
How many is that? 3?
3.
Almost like an octave of that one.
And then you can change the colour, so you've got 3 colours.
Interesting.
And then you stack them up, you do whatever you want to do with them. Let's just see if the two sides of the fuzz, maybe one's silicon and one's Jiminiminiminimim. Right. Well, you really did it this time. I'm reading straight from the manual here. You added not one but 2 killer fuzzes to your collection. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. So indeed, Fuzz A is the Tone Bender Mark 1.5.
Ooh.
But Fuzz B is their take on, I say it's their take on the Fuzz Tone Bender. And then Fuzz B is the Tone Bender Mark II. Their take on it anyway. They basically say, now Fuzz A may bring the sizzle, but Fuzz B is the steak. Yes!
I love the manuals. They're awesome.
Fantastic.
Let's have some steak then.
Let's have some steak.
Oh, it rolled off really nicely
Sounds
as well.
good to me.
It sounds great.
Right. Moving on. 76 plus. That is the Saga insurance policy that I currently have.
Isn't that the people that get the COVID vaccine first?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. 76 plus. You, dear reader, are a clever one. A smarty pants, one would say. I am but a humble manual, but I'd venture to say that, if tested, your IQ would come out much higher than the number on the front of this pedal. Volume knob turns it up and down. Texture knob adjusts. Deep scoop, mid-drenched grind. Oh, it's got internal dip switches.
Oh, God, no.
So you can engage a resonance boost for a more intense filter effect. And true bypass. Let's just turn it on, see what happens.
Yeah.
Holy.
Right.
Yes!
That is loud, man.
Yes!
Can you back up the
Stick
volume
to
a bit?
making pedals, not writing manuals.
I just backed it off there in the end.
Sorry.
No,
I'm
That's
not
great.
sure I really understood what this filter thing was doing. Does it do anything on its own? It does.
I bet you that the expression pedal can be like a wah for the filter.
What? Let's have a look.
That was a great...
76 Plus takes its inspiration from the lauded Univox Super Fuzz, Shin Ai Companion, and Ibanez Standard Fuzz. It's a powerful cutting fuzz with a baked-in octave up that's especially apparent the higher you go up the fretboard. What really makes this special is the inclusion of a wah-like filter that's as tasty as it is usable. This filter can be controlled via the speed knob or an external expression pedal and offers a mind-boggling, truly mind-boggling number of ways to add movement to your tone. I see. So actually, yes, you're totally right. I should have been physically
This will have physically wah
doing
me off.
that. I'm going to wire you off during this next bit of the day.
Oh man! Oh, put it back in, put it back
I can't
on,
do the
put it up
wire
there.
thing.
How loud is that on the board over there?
I like that.
That's the best sound we've had
It's a
all
good
day
sound.
long.
It's a good sound.
That's a awesome
well
sound.
done. Canada, can we have a trade deal with you, please? Thank you.
You know what? Forget about all of that stuff. That's all lost.
That's all gone. Oh, that's juicy.
Let's just hang on before you do that. Let me just try to roll off the.
I flipping love
That's
that.
awesome, isn't it?
So basically that's kind of that with just a bit less stuff in it, but it's still based on the same fuzz. There are internal dippy switches in here if you want to. It basically says, what do you want to do?
That's the one I've seen around.
You've seen
like
it
for
around.
ages in spin on there, and I seem to remember having Andy Pro Guitar Shop, you know, back
PGS
then,
Andy,
when he was
Reverb Andy.
way back.
Andy
in
with
the
his
day,
own
yeah.
channel, Andy.
Yeah.
The internal dip switches here.
Yep.
Let me see. It says, when on, the 76 employs specially selected diodes for a spongier bob signal and a harder clipping threshold. When off, an alternate diode combo is employed, opening the fuzz signal up a little more and increasing output. Nobody knows more about fuzz pedals.
Does it say spongy or bob?
It doesn't say spongier bob, it just says spongier. And then there's another one that says if you hit the dark internal dip switch, When on, the 76 cuts a good amount of treble from the input signal, useful for basses, single coils, and wicking away treble. Wicking away treble from anything before it. Goodness me, it's got lots of switches, but I just like it how it is.
I like it when you like down here. And then if you go up here, then you hear that octave up.
Come on, do it, do it. Jimi Hendrix, he's up there right now watching like a heaven version of YouTube. Thumbs up button straight on the old YouTube thing like that. He liked it. Anyway.
Wow.
Crikey. Might need a minute to get my brain back in gear here.
What brain?
The last one is called the Lysis. I don't know what Lysis is.
It's a fruit, isn't it?
Is it? That's a lychee.
Oh.
It's Lysis is what kids get in their hair at school. This one says, "Greetings, synth seeker.
Oh.
And thanks for your purchase of the Lysis.
Best
A do-it-all synth-styled machine that gives you walls of deep modulated octaves mixed with an array of filters and biting fuzz." Is that a good thing?
Biting fuzz and ray together?
Anyway, let's turn it on and see what happens while I read the manual.
We're back to Stonehenge, man.
Wow.
I mean, that is...
It's just a bit of everything, isn't it? It's like a fuzz. epic. That's epic.
They're good, are they? They're all great.
That and that are pretty good. I mean,
I like all of them.
I like all of them, but as pedals that just go like, whoa,
Wow, that's great.
Definitely don't have one of those.
The
that
Lysis.
whole Hendrixy thing you were doing and the cream. I mean, especially that it's got that. What was that Van Halen noise like the elephant? No, what I can't remember how he described it. There's that YouTube clip of him in a dressing room, isn't there, doing that kind of elephant kind of noise thing. You were kind of doing it there, and that.
It's not the guitar for elephant noises.
Has it got an octave on it?
That's film music right there. That's like film music.
I don't know what that is. That's
wow. My goodness me, that was
mind blown.
Mind
Look
blown.
at that. It's
time for some lunch, right?
Yeah, let's go and get a sandwich.
I need to sleep for like half an hour.
Links in the description below. Well done, SolidGoldFX. They're very, very, very cool.
Very cool.
Yes. I need to lie down. Okay.
Lie down and subscribe.
Yes, please.
And hit the notifications
see you next time.
bell. Yeah. Turn it all on again.
Okay. So,
okay.